Yep.
All girls all over the world. Original King Julian for the case man. I love how all the girls move their body. And when you move your body, you know move it nice and sweet and sassy. Alright? Woman, you cute and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, you cute and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, nice, sweet, fantastic. Mix your body ocean in the big Titanic. Woman, a nice, sweet.
Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well tonight. Come on out. We're getting ready to get going here. Want to make sure everybody is here. Letting us know that you're here. Everything's going good. Yes. I'm looking. I don't see any comments yet. My thing says we're training from Charlie. Charlie says he doesn't see it.
Woman, you cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on mother. Woman, you cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on mother. Eyeliner, but if it's a big man, mud up, nose powder. But if it's a big man, mud up, like your eyebrow. But if it's a big man, mud up, got your lipstick. But if it's a big man, mud up, woman, you nice broad face, and a nice hip. Make man flip and bust them lip. Woman, you're nice and you don't get thick. Picture about the ocean at the big Titanic. Woman, a nice broad face, and a nice hip. Make man flip and bust them lip. Woman, you're nice and you don't get thick. Picture about the ocean at the big Titanic. Whoa.
Okay, Charlie says he's not.
I like to move it. He like to move it. She like to move it. You like to move it. They like to move it. You like to move it.
I'm trying to decide if we can see it, if people can see it.
Did I do? I like to. I think I did. I like. Wait. They did they as well. Okay.
Hold on.
I got it. I got the new one. As them? No,
Three people watching it. I don't know where we're watching it.
I'm gonna save them.
Okay, guys, if you are watching, please let us know you are here. So we can
There's got to be another one.
thing going. Yeah, there's Angie, there's Kimberly. Okay, people are seeing it. That is all right. Sometimes this thing drives me crazy. I just, this new way of doing it. I don't know. Facebook makes life a little bit difficult at times. Don't y'all agree with me on that? All right, so make sure you say something to Charlie, let him know that you are here, tag your friends, and let's get started, okay? So welcome everybody to Move It Monday. It is a fabulous Monday the 18th of November. And do you realize there are 5 selling weeks between now and Christmas? Just 5. But think about this, guys. If you have 5 weeks to go and you sell just $500 each week, that means that you could make over $800 between now and Christmas. And really, if you with the bonuses, you could even increase that. And we're going to talk about some ideas tonight on how you can maximize your earnings between now and the holidays, and maybe take that to an extra 1,000 between now and the holidays, or even more. But before we get started, as it is November and it is just 10 days until Thanksgiving, and November is always the month that we want to say yes to how we can help others and say yes to saying thank you to people who are important to us. I wanted to share a quote with you. Be grateful for what you have. Work hard for what you don't have. Stop complaining. Stop wishing. Start working. All right. And that's something that I like to remind myself of, because sometimes things are not going the way we want them to. And it's easy to fall into this trap of complaining because things didn't go quite the way we wanted it to. People didn't say yes to me when I asked them to have a party. People didn't notice that I had posted something. People didn't say hello to me. All of those are things that happen to all of us at different times, and we can't let that set the mood for how we are. We can't complain about the things that are outside our control. Instead, we just have to focus on what we're in control of. And if somebody says no to us when it comes to booking a party, then okay, they said no. Do we know why they said no? Maybe we ask a couple of questions to get, kind of overcome those objections. But otherwise, we move on, because you know what? Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? And that's the thing, guys. You always have to keep looking at who's next. Who else can I talk to? What's the next thing? If we are in a situation and maybe we need to take some initiative to change the scenario, change the situation. If somebody didn't notice us, like I'm in class, remember when I was back in school, and you knew the answer and you wanted the teacher to pick on you or pick you to answer the question, and she didn't, and you're like, oh, so you got to be more visible, right? You got to make sure they see you and speak up. Or sometimes it's a matter of you need to be the one who takes the initiative, and you need to be the one that asks. Sometimes we're at a vendor event and people aren't coming up and saying, hey, I want to have a party. We have to take that initiative. So one of the things that I want to say is, we always want to be thankful for what we have. We have a great product that we can offer people. We have a great program that we can offer to people. And we have customers that we want to be thankful for. And then we want to work on those things that we want more of. So if I want more parties, I got to work harder on that. If I want to sell more Tupperware, then I have to work on that. Oh gosh, I had somebody that wanted to buy some canisters and they're sold out. Darn it, that's just stinks and blah, 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 blah. That's complaining, guys. If it sells out, it sells out. It's out of our control. It's one of those things, and I've explained a little bit about why that's happening. I'll review that again just a second. But what that means is we got to change what we do. Okay, that sold out. Here's what I have to offer. Or I need to be very clear with people. These are things that are while supplies last. Please don't wait. Go ahead and order it now because it will sell out. If somebody wants, if you want to make sure you have some because you feel like there's going to be people coming to you wanting them, then you may want to set aside a little extra cash that you can use to reinvest in your business. So somebody bought something from you, take that money, turn around, order some of these things that are hot ticket items that that people are going to want, that you can turn around and sell. So there's always something to do. So stop wishing that things are going to be this way. Start working to make them the way that you want it. Okay. And why I was saying that is that, during this transition period that we are in with the restructuring, as I mentioned, all of you have heard, you should all know that last September, our company went into voluntary Chapter 11 reorganization. Well, that's a huge thing that we voluntarily did it. We did it because we needed to get out from under the debt, and we had people who wanted to invest in our company, but they needed it to be a more profitable situation for them, which meant that the debt couldn't be attached to what they wanted to buy, what they wanted to invest. So that is what happened. It was a very quick process. In fact, the judge said during the proceedings, this is one of the best transitions that I have ever worked in. This is very amicable. Everybody is getting along well, and that is a huge thing. So he was very much in favor of helping us get through this in a very positive way. So now this new company has purchased the company, but the sale is not complete. There are things that have to be done, assets that have to be addressed, separations of some of the different parts of Tupperware because we are a global company and it's set up with different portions around the world. So some of that's going to be separated and they will work as separate entities. This group will be on its own, not part of the new Tupperware. They'll still be colleagues, so to speak, but they won't be under the same umbrella. So there's a lot of things. I don't know all of the details. I don't know how all of it's going to work, but I do know that our CEO Lorianne Goldman is working diligently. I talked to her assistant last week. He said she is on calls and meetings and Zooms 14 plus hours a day. And she is fighting she'll like something will come up and she'll go, nope, that's not going to work for our sales force. We can't go that route. And so she is fighting to make sure that what comes out of all of this is going to be the best scenario for each and every one of us. In that interim, we are trying to reduce the inventory of everything that is in our factory so that when they move to the new distribution center in the Midwest, sometime during first quarter, there's very little that they have to move. They're also they're limited right now. They can't go buy new products, okay? Because the way it works is, yes, Tupperware owns it all, but each country, as I said, sort of has their own entity. And the products that are made in that country are sold to the US to sell to their sales force and to their customers. So we are right now in a situation where no sales from outside of our base can be purchased. So we're basically selling what we have. And when all the things are said and done and the sale is complete, then we will have a complete line of products again. Now, we still have over 300 products to sell, guys. So the fact that we don't have this or that or the other, it is what it is. If somebody cannot live without that for right now, then reach out. Maybe somebody has one that can help you out with that. But in the process of this, we've got to focus on the things that we have, and we've got to really build on that. Several years ago, many years ago, I can't remember, it was like 20 years ago, we had a fire at our factory in Hemingway, South Carolina. It burnt the entire warehouse section of the factory to the ground. We lost every bit of product that was in there. And we started January with 12 products to sell. There's a few of you who were around with us when that happened. So we were really limited as to what we could sell. These were only 12 products that were in the main building instead of the items that were in storage. So it was a pretty challenging start to a new year. But you know what? We survived, we thrived, and we grew. And that's what's going to happen with this. So all of this, guys, I just want to say, we had our Tupperversary on Saturday for the 30 years that Charlie and I have been here in Charlotte. It was a wonderful day. Just getting to see people that we hadn't seen in a really long time. It was a little chaotic trying to get set up. They forgot to come unlock the building for us, but we got it all set up and we had a great turnout and we had a lot of fun and we made some food and we had some Tupperware. We raised over $500 to donate to Hurricane Helene relief. So it was fabulous. And I am grateful for the 30 years that I've had to be able to work with the folks here in Charlotte. I am grateful for all of the wonderful team members that we have, whose lives we have touched and have been a part of it, and whose lives they have touched, customers over these 30 years. I am grateful for everybody who came out on Saturday, and I am grateful that we are going forward together. All right, so tonight we are going to talk about getting your jingle on. All right, so what do I mean by that? Getting your jingle on. Well, we want to talk to you about ways that you can keep your business busy between now and the end of the year. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. And some of them are going to mean that you're going to want to probably order some products in. Some are going to mean that you're just going to promote certain gifting ideas so people can go and order them from your website. But I have somebody that's going to help me with that tonight. I'm going to bring her on. Hello, Miss Karen. How are you?
Hello. I am good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I think everybody is excited to learn some great tips and ideas from you about ways to keep your jingle on. Now, I've got a couple of little slide things that I'm going to put in here just as a start, and then I'm going to let you take it off and go run on each one of them, okay? So the first thing that I do want to remind everybody is that we do have our pre-Black Friday specials coming out every week. So, every Friday we're having a special pre-Black Friday sale. That's on your website. These are all limited release items, limited quantity items. Some of them sell out quickly. Some last over the weekend. We also have our online exclusives that there are typically price drops on Monday on some of those items. And so one of the things that it's really important that you do is you go in and check what's there, what's the prices on things, what, and then if you go into the back office, if it doesn't show up that there's a number line there, it means that there's plenty. So you go push it. And then of course you want to start building for the Black Friday sale that's going to be coming up. And this is a great way just to add to your VIP group. So you can start promoting that as well. But what we really want to do is focus on things that you can do with the holidays. So we're going to talk about holiday stop-in shops, giftables, and also holiday cooking classes that you can do. So I'm going to let Corinne talk to you for just a little bit about some of these things, and then I'll come back and add a few things to it. So Corinne, take it away.
Awesome. Well, I was trying to look to see with some of the stuff that we have that are on special online. So Marsha, I don't know if you want to in the background be, not right now, but like just double checking which ones are good ones. Because I was looking on for some of them, and that's why you guys make sure you're checking your website weekly. I mean, I'm not going to tell you daily because I understand for many of you guys, this is a side hustle. This is my main hustle. So, I do get up and I do try and check it as I go, but I would encourage you all to see what's on special. Like I'm looking right here and I'm like, what's something that's a really great price? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. The Tupperware Impressions Classic Bowl Sets, those are on sale for only $29. Like that's a $43 value. And that's in the new colors, not even the old bright colors. This is in the blues with the purple. I mean, such a pretty color of that set. And then you've got the slimline pictures where it's on sale for $15. That's 2 for $15. That means each of those is like $7.50. And this would be something that would be a great product that you can then resell later or utilize. Same thing with the Freezer Mate Small Pluses. You get the 2 of those for $15. That's a great price. And I always talk about the silicone bags. Those are great ones too. So just always make sure you're checking the specials so that number one, you can be promoting those with your customers, with your friends, and let people know what's out there. And just like Marsha was saying earlier, is like we have to make sure that we stay in front of people. And guys, not just on social media, we have to stay in front of people everywhere. I don't know. I feel like this is like beating a dead horse sometimes, but I don't know if you guys have heard this, but I know I've been saying it a lot lately. And that is people are just busy. Like we are busy. We have a lot of things going on. I know for me as a single mom, I have a daughter that's very, very busy. She plays softball. She also was in the theater as one of those things. Then she was doing cheerleading. And then my other one's got Art Honor Society and had to be at the school. Like there's all these things and all these places that we have to be. We can't always be everywhere. But we need people showing up to Tupperware events because we need people to work our business, right? Like you can't do your business alone. We're in the business of sales. We are selling a product, and with that, we are selling a service. So we have to be out in front of people so they know that this service is still around. I mean, when we did the fair the last 2 months, the number of people that still think that we were out of business beyond the fake news or the misnews, as we could say that Marsha's been talking about with what's going on with the future of our company. So many people don't even know about that stuff. They don't even know about the bankruptcy. So many people just don't know Tupperware is still around because they don't have a rep. All they know is their mom had it and they love Tupperware. So people want our product. And if they aren't biting in the pond that you're fishing in, then I encourage you to go fish in a different pond. And sometimes we have to create the pond. So lately, that's what I've been doing a lot of is creating my own pond. I'm out there meeting people everywhere I go. I'm dating in-home parties. I'm dating virtual parties, but also I'm scheduling my own stop and shops and my own DIY type classes. Last week, I did a bingo event where people do the brown bag bingo. Marsha's talked about this one before. And I know as a leader, I've said to my team too, we will come to your area. So if you've got people in your area that love bingo, reach out to Marsha, reach out to your director. Let us come help you, support you, and grow the area by doing an event. And then this week coming up, I have an appreciation class, which is going to be a candy making class and how to make appreciation gifts for the holidays. Now, I'll tell you right now, I've only sold 3 tickets to this event, and I've got to go to talk to my marketing department and get out there and market. Because in today's world, we are the employer and the employee. Yes, but we also are our own marketing department, because in today's world, we have to be able to market ourselves, not only on social media, but out there in person. You know, if we're going to do an in-person event, we have to be out there where people can see us. Excuse me. So, as if you've watched some of the different things before, you'll know that I'm very big about partnering with people near you. So find a location that you can do something out, or do it in your own home. If you are an apartment complex, I know I lived in townhouses for a while that had a clubhouse that I could rent out and do events. And this would be a great time now to schedule your own holiday stop and shop. And here's what you're going to do. Okay, look and see what amazing items every week go on sale. Look at what items you can offer back to your customers, cash and carry on hand at a really great price. So number one, start building your own inventory repertoire now, because you want to make sure you have items that bring instant gratification. Now, I am not telling you all to go into debt. I am not telling you to spend thousands and thousands of dollars of product. What I'm telling you is to invest in yourself if you're willing to go share it and do an event, because it will help you have a more successful event. But if you're not willing to do the work, don't order. I'm going to tell you that now. Make sure you put the work in, so that way that money you invest can double and triple for you and help you out in the long run. So look at what items that you could have for little gifts and small things to give away. Then you're going to schedule like a candy making class. When the silicone rounds were on sale, I bought a bunch of those up. So that way people pay a ticket price. They're paying $20 to come to my class. And for that $20, they are getting that silicone round and the stuff to make the candy that we're making. Because guys, food's expensive. Food costs. People are used to paying for experiences. You are offering a Tupperware experience. That's how you're different. That's how we're getting in front of people. That's how you're your own marketing team and doing it on your terms. Offer an experience of something that you love. So I'm doing the candy making appreciation class. We're going to be doing it chocolate pizzas using those silicone rounds. But any of you guys have those meal prep sets? Did you buy some of those? Because I know I bought some of the meal prep sets when they were on special a few months ago. And I have some big wonders. Maybe you have some big wonders or even medium wonders. Or do you guys have cereal bowls? Do you have any round bowls with seals that maybe are shallow? Because all of those could be used for the chocolate pizzas that I'm going to be doing in my candy making class with the silicone rounds. So the thing is, you can do so many amazing things with different products. Doesn't matter what the product is, just as long as you have something they can walk back with. So doing fun little chocolate pizzas. Then we're going to make snowman mix. You also have heard as Christmas crack. You've heard at it as the best yummy mix ever that you're going to taste, and you're going to eat it, and we're going to call it whatever we want. You're just going to keep coming back for it. Okay. Terry's talked about this before too, but you can use it with popcorn and Chex Mix and chocolate and pretzels and peanuts and all kinds of stuff to make it the best ever. So whatever your favorite type candy mix is, or crack, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to make this as part of the appreciation class, because then I can show off my silicone molds that are on sale. Then I can show off the silicone wonder mats with the lip. Then I can show off my modular mates that's storing all my individual products that I have there. People are paying for an experience to come learn how to make candy, but what they're getting is a Tupperware party. Y'all, we bring the experience to them. We bring the party to them. If people aren't willing to book parties in their own home, then you create the party experience that they can come to. People will pay for an experience. So they'll come. They'll make the different candies. You'll be able to show off the products. Then you have a small container. They can go home with it too, because they are paying the ticket price to be there. For the candy class I have coming up, they actually have 3 prices. They can pay $20 just to do the chocolate pizza, or they pay $30 and they also get to do a sand out brownies, or they pay $30 and they can also do the snowman mix. So it's the chocolate pizza and snowman, chocolate pizza and sand art, or they can do all 3 for $50. And I've already had 2 people spend the $50 to be at my experience, because they want to do all 3 activities and they're going to go home with all 3 products. What does that tell you guys? people out there want these experiences, but are we letting them know? So I have to get out there. So what's my game plan now is my marketing department. Okay. And I hope you guys, your notes of what you've taken so far is the idea that you can do your own party, because you can do any experience that you want. You can do candy making. You could do a bingo. You could do just a stop and shop, come by, see what's new. Have something somewhere, get people there. But if you do an experience like the candy making, they will pay for the experience. So make sure you have those give backs that you can give back to them. And then it comes to marketing. Now, why I'm making sure that you guys are really drilled in on this one is you cannot just post and pray. We talk about this all the time when it comes to selling our products, especially when it comes to social media. The same thing goes to your events. How many times have you guys been cattle called to an event, or someone has just mass invited you to everything? And then you just miss it because you're like, oh, it's a random this and that. If you really want people to come to your events, I'm going to encourage you, yes, do your social media event, do a Facebook event, but I also encourage you to do Punch Bowl or Evite or one of the other platforms that are out there to get people to come. Because if you can pull them off of the noisy platforms, they're going to be more likely to be receptive to you inviting them. Sending them a personal text message to invite them. Sending them a personal email to invite them. Make sure you're letting people know. And if nothing else, picking up the phone. Hey, what are you doing Thursday? If you didn't say I'm doing this candy making class, I'd love for you to be there. Bring a friend. Make sure you're inviting everybody, you know. Oh, the hiccups.
I'm loving all these ideas. Like, drink some water and I'll talk for just a minute too. And, you know, one of the things that Corinne was saying is that, you know, you've got to plan what you're going to do before you start just going out there and selling things, right? You've got to be ready for that. And you've got to be sure that you are reaching people and inviting people in a multitude of ways. If you are going to, you know, if you don't have a location outside your home that you're doing, you can always do these in your home. I've done candy making classes where I got a host to do it, and then she would invite her friends, and, you know, we would do it at her house, but they all paid to come for the thing. So it really is up to you how you do it. But if you do it in your own neighborhood, guys, make invitations, go around your neighborhood, hand out invitations to your neighbors, put it in your neighborhood next door, you know, that you're doing this, and invite them to come, post about it, put it out there. If you do it on Facebook, you can boost it as well. So there's lots and lots of things like that you can do. So, you know, holiday stop and shop is one of the ideas. And like Corinne was saying, think of things that you can make giftables too. She was talking about making giftables and going to events and selling things. Right now, the chip and dip is on sale for $19, guys. This is like the most crazy price ever. It's a $54 value. And you could make this into a gift. And this one says, "You're all that and a bag of chips. We appreciate all you do." And you take the chip and dip and you add some salsa and some chips and you give it to somebody as a gift. You can also make this into a family event. Like, you could put everything that they would need to make Chex Mix or Christmas crack or something like that, and have that wrapped up as a giftable that you have to sell at your vendor events and things that you're doing. Another one of these might be is the snowman soup. And Corinne was talking about like another recipe that you could do if you're doing an activity. The snowman soup is basically the soup mug, and you make hot chocolate. You can use packages of hot chocolate, or you can make your own. I like to do the make your own hot chocolate mix. And so we actually make it there. That's included as part of the price. And then they portion out some of that in there. They put snowballs, which are mini marshmallows, and then you have a candy cane attached to the top of it. And then all they have to, and then you put 3 Hershey's Kisses because they stir into it as well. So you just have it all packaged inside of a soup mug and wrap it up and you give it. And then Terry showed you how to do shrink wrap last week. You could have the shrink wrap there. They can actually wrap them up and then have them ready to go. This would be great for someone to do as a party, to make teacher gifts, or to do gifts for coworkers, or gifts for the neighbors, or things like that. And so you look at the price. What does it cost me for the soup mug? Okay, you factor that, whatever the price is, you put that in there with the tax and everything. And then you go, how much does it cost me for the ingredients? You add all that up. I like to say if it's going to cost each meat, it's going to cost like $2 in ingredients for each person, then I'm going to charge $4. So like with the soup mug in that, I might charge them like $15, because especially when they're on sale and you can get them on sale. If they're not on sale, then I'd probably charge $18 or maybe, and they're going to get to take it home. And then you can have these printed, you can have everything ready for them to go, and it's good to go, and they're excited. And you could even have some of these made up at your vendor events. Corinne was also talking about the cooking classes.
Yep.
And I'm going to share just a couple of quick ones here. She mentioned one that I'm in just the chocolate pizza, but this is another one it's a chocolate chip log. Okay, it's a chocolate chip cream cheese log. And so it's 8 ounces and this is where you can use the whip and mix, and you can have them make this, and you can use your whip and mix to mix everything up. And then they each get a piece, and you take a piece of like wax paper and they put it on there and they roll it up. So it's all mixed together. It's cream cheese and butter. You can put powdered sugar, cinnamon, and some vanilla. And then you have a bag of mini chocolate chips. You stir a few of them into the chocolate. You can always put cocoa in it if you wanted a little more chocolatey. And then you roll it in crushed nuts and mini chocolate chips, or you can roll it into shaved chocolate. And once again, then you can bring
Andes mints.
And the Andes mints, you can do that too. And so it rolls up and it's a cheese ball, but you do it in a log, and it fits perfectly inside of your butter dish. And the butter dish is on sale right now for $9. So once again, you figure out what's the ingredients going to cost. For $20, they're going to go home with a butter dish with a cheese log, and they're good to go. And they'll have the recipe so they can go home and make more of them. Chocolate pizza's always been one of my favorites. There's lots and lots of different kind of recipes. The chocolate pizza that I always make is all chocolate. It's not on a cookie, like some of them are on a cookie crust kind of thing. This one, you take chocolate, the melting chocolate, the chocolate bark, and chocolate chips. You melt it using your stack cooker, of course, showing them how to do it. You're going to stir in marshmallows and Rice Krispies, so that gives it the crunchy things off of the crust, gives it different dimensions. On top of it, you're going to put either M&Ms, red and green M&Ms, or you can I like to use the candied cherries. And so that can be your red and green peppers, but you can, also use the red and green M&Ms, and that can be, other things you want to have on it. You put white chocolate on it for the cheese, and then you put crushed nuts on it for your sausage. And so it looks just like a pizza. And if you do it in the Big Wonders, and right now they're on sale, 4 for $19. You can order those now. If you ordered some of those portioning packs and you got them and they didn't have the seals, and then the seals finally came in and they weren't the color that you thought they were going to be, this is a perfect thing for you to use for that. You can just pull those out and use those separately, and you can sell them these. And so once again, it's only costing you $5. And they're going to make a personal pan pizza. And so then with the ingredients, you could still charge $15. And they're going to go home with a little personal pan pizza. But then you have the extra pieces to sell to them to take home, the extra bowls to take home with them. And then they can make more of them at home. Corinne, you had some more ideas, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be doing also, I think I shared the snowman or the sand art brownies is always a good one too, that you can do, making sure you have those. But another one to think about is the Russian tea. That's one of my favorite ones to do. And this is something to look at, is like, what containers do you have? Because we have a ton of recipes. So maybe if you guys are looking at wanting to do some sort of DIY class, think about what stuff you have. We want you to make money, right? So think about what stuff you've ordered lately, as Marsha's talking about these portioning sets and things. Like we're telling you, oh, you could use this for chocolate pizza. If you're like, hey, I've got a bunch of snack cups, what can I do with that? Oh, well, that would be a great one to portion out Russian tea with. Show them how to make friendship tea, and we can put them out in that. So maybe in the Hooray chat in the group, let us know what is some things that, containers that you have that you would love to do a class around. We can help you figure out what you can do so that you can maximize that as well. But there are so many great things. I'm just sitting here also thinking about the gel ring mold You know, how we would always show how you could do other types of recipes in the Jello mold too. People love seeing that, like the Christmas wreath that you would do using the corn flakes and the green food coloring. You know, was it like a
It's like a Rice Krispie treat,
yeah.
but you make it in a loaf. And you know, the silicone bundt pan is on sale right now too. And because I was thinking about that, I said that would be another great class, is that they could actually make a Rice Krispie wreath in the bundt pan, and you could put the little cherries in the bottom, and then you take the licorice strings and make bows and put on top of it, and then they go home with their silicone mold.
That's true. There's so many ideas out there, guys. The thing is that, do you want to build your business? And if you do, we just got to get out there. So I know I was talking to one of my team members earlier today, and she was just saying how she's going to start doing her own cooking show on Tuesdays and show like a healthy meal that she's doing and cooking once a week. And she's like, I'm going to commit to it. And I think that's the biggest thing that we all need to look at, is what are we committing to our business? You know, are we clocking in, and are we being consistent with it? Our world is very noisy. We need to be consistent so that people see Tupperware as not only the best choice, because it's the best, not the rest, but it's consistent. I mean, it's what grandma had. It's if you want quality, you want to take advantage of it. And make sure people know that too, and make sure they know what we have, and show them these quick, easy recipes along the way.
And you know, one of the things I was thinking too is I had shared over the weekend about my friend April had put together these family boxes, because we have the carryalls, the large and the small carryalls. And if you buy them by the carton, they are super cheap. And she went on TikTok and she was talking about how you could use these to make a family gift box. And basically it's a family fun box, and you can put games in it. You can put activities, crafts. You could do things that they have to bake together, and the whole idea behind it is it has to be done as a family. You can't just somebody do it by themselves. The whole idea of it is to create a family experience. Well, while she's sharing these different ideas of what to do while she sold 7 of the large carryalls just by people watching that. So see,
That's
this is the thing too, guys.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just because she was showing them how to take it. She says, now a lot of them want me to fill it for them, and they'll pay me to fill it for them. She says, but I will do that too. But this is the thing too, guys. If you don't have a location maybe to do a class itself where people come, you could, like Corinne was just saying, go live. You could do it once a week, twice a week, and share different ideas and things like that, and then have little bundles that, you know, they can order and they'll get the recipe for what you showed them how to make, and you'll send them all the stuff so that they can make the thing themselves. And that way, it's another way of being able to get things done, especially if you have products on hand that you want to sell. And then guys, take that money that you're getting for these things that you have on hand and look at what's on special that you think, you know, you might be able to turn around and resell that right away. Because as we get into December, this is going to be a key thing, having giftables, having things made up that you can just go walk into an office and say, hey, I've got these gifts if anybody's interested. And don't worry if it says that, you know, no soliciting and stuff. I've done this for 45 years, and I've walked into offices during December for many, many, many years. And I just say, you know, I'll have a basket with some stuff. I'll hold one out and I go, hey, hope you're doing well today. I'm Marcia with Tupperware, just out and about. People don't know that Tupperware's still around, wanted to drop off a catalog. And if you're interested, I have some giftables in my car. And I just say things like, and I show them a few things. I said, they're great for stocking stuffers. They're great for under the tree if you're interested. And people will buy those things like crazy. And I've had consultants over the years who took that. I had one, I remember Leslie Runfellow one year, she loaded up her car with all kinds of things like that, gift sets that she made up. She went out and she sold $1,000 from cash and carry in her car that she went around to offices and did. So if you want to make money this season, guys, it is there for you to make.
No, it's definitely there. And hey, guys, think about this too. As Marcia's talking about, like when you buy the large carryalls as a group, how inexpensive it is. And who do you know that does gift baskets? Because how much does a large basket cost? I mean, just think about that for a second. To get a large basket that you're going to fill is going to be incredibly expensive anyways. I've always told for years, go to Goodwill. Like, I'm always looking at Goodwill for baskets because that is the cheapest way to get baskets for when I do gift sets together. And otherwise, you're spending $20 for a basket. Why aren't you just positioning those people that do closing gifts? Talk to your realtor friends, the people that do spa sets for the administrative assistants, things like that. That large carry-all would be a great basket base to build onto more stuff.
Oh, and what about people who live like in an area where there's hurricanes? You know, if you've got a friend that lives in an area where there's always storms and stuff like that, make them an emergency box. And you can put like one of those like blankets that folds up really small. You could put flashlights in there. You could put batteries in there. You could have a little transistor radio in there for them. You could have some candles in there. You know, there's just like a first aid kit could be in there. Just all the things that people need in an emergency. Or you could make little, if you've got teenagers or people getting their license or people going off to college, get the small ones, you know, the small box of them. And like you can make, you know, emergency kits for their car. So they've got, you know, anything that they might need, a flashlight, and they've got some flashers, and they've got the clipper things for your battery cables, you know, just things like that you'd want them to have in an emergency.
I love the idea of an essentials kit. Like, we need to like put that together for the girls. Like, you know, people have like their chests, what do they call it? Their hope chest they put away for later. You need this like essentials kit. Everyone needs one for when they go off to college or move out. Like, I've got to do this for my girls now. I just realized, like,
yeah. So I mean, these are things, guys, that, you know, we fill needs. So find people's problems, find their pain points, and figure out a solution that you have to offer and make it into giftable, because people are going to go out and buy stuff like that to put under the tree for people that they aren't sure what to get for them anyway. If you know somebody that's a knitter, these are great to put some yarn and some crochet. If you've got kids that are learning how to do that sort of stuff, you can make a craft box for them. I mean, so many ideas of things you can do and put them together and show it. And then somebody might say, I want the boxes, I'll make my own sets. Or they might even ask you to make them, and you just add what the ingredients are going to be plus double for your time. And then you sell it to them as a thing, because that's what people pay for. They pay for time. So if you can offer that to them and make it easy for them, they're going to want to do that.
That's a great idea. I know I'm sitting here making a list here of the craft boxes, all the ideas. I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree and take my carry-all and make maybe a TikTok, like showing how to turn it into gift boxes, and see if my following will do it. So maybe who else is going to go do a live, and let's promote something that's on sale and then push people back to our websites. Let's do it.
All right, guys, sounds great. And thank you so much, Corinne. We'll put some of those recipes, guys. If there's things that you heard that you want more info on, we'll try to put those out there to you as well. And we'll do that. So thank you so much. Okay. So guys, as we finish up tonight, just want to remind you, you have 10 more days to qualify for these awesome rewards that you have. And that is our $1,000 level. You're going to get the One Touch Fresh and the Crystal Wave large with the steamer basket. Guys, that is the best thing to do potatoes for potato salad or for mashed potatoes. It does great corn on the cob. It's also wonderful if you just want to refresh some pound cake or warm up your rolls. It's great for all of those things. And then we also have at the $2,500 level, this incredible large set of Ultra Pro. And that's the one you can do a chicken in. You can do a whole chicken in there, and you can do chicken and rice and all of that in there. So it's perfect for that. We want to give a shout out to the folks who have parties up for this coming week, our final week of November, or Yes-vember, as we like to say. Congrats to Corinne with 2 parties up for next week, starting on Thursday, the 21st through the 27th. Lisa Chelton has a party up. Michelle Green has a party up. Andrea Powell has a party up. Becky Reese, Viola Stevenson, and Colleen Halgram. And that is 7 people. So, hey, Siri, give me a number between 1 and 7. Hey, Siri, Give me a number between 1 and 7. The random number she picked, I don't know if you guys can see it, is 6. 6, so that would be Viola Stevenson. Viola, if you are on, please let Charlie know that you're here so that we can send you out a little party pack of goodies that you can use with your party guest and things like that, or for your host, all of that. So Viola, make sure that you tell Charlie you are here for that. All right. So guys, reminder too, this, you still have time to make a difference for somebody. And you know what? There are people, in fact, like right now, that need money for the holidays, and they can join our Tupperware team for just $15. And you can qualify for some great gifts and launch them by launching them. Get them signed up today, tomorrow. Help them hold the launch party on Thursday, and give them some tips and ideas on things that they can be doing to make money this coming week during our pre-Black Friday. And then, of course, we'll have the countdown to Black Friday coming up. And you're going to get some more fun ideas on how to take advantage of Black Friday and pre-Black Friday coming up at M&M's at 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight. So stay tuned for that. But somebody could start today for $15. They get their website right away. They could start posting. They could start sharing. They could start letting people know all of the great things that Tupperware has, and they could be making money today. That's right. So they could actually start making money right away. So why would we not be out there offering it to people? We need to help these people get a business going. We need to help them get started today. We need to hold a launch party on Wednesday, Thursday to get them started, and then give them some things to do. Give them some ideas. What can you post on Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Who can you call? What can you be doing to make money right now? And you're going to be making a difference in somebody's life. All right. So as we finish up tonight, just a reminder, all these great things that our new reps can earn. This last quote: gratitude can transform common days into Thanksgivings. It can turn routine jobs into joy, and it can change ordinary opportunities into blessings. And that's really and truly what I want you to think about, is that when we are thankful for this opportunity that has been given to us, and we then in turn offer that to somebody else, we are helping to change somebody's life. And we are bringing joy into our own life because we're making a difference for people. Sharing these tips and ideas on how to use the product for giftables, and making it easy for people to take care of their guest list from their seat without having to, worry about what they're going to give, and giving things that are practical and giving things that are going to last a lifetime. That's making a difference too. So guys, take advantage of the season of giving, and be thankful that we have a business that we can sell and share, and we can all make money. Okay. So thanks everybody for getting on with us tonight. We appreciate you all. Let's get out there.
Okay then, while you're here, I just want to tell you a little